Very good morning to all the students of class 9th D. Beta, we are doing the chapter A Truly Beautiful Mind, the biography of famous scientist Albert Einstein. And this chapter is unfolding two sides of Albert Einstein. First is the scientific side, that what kind of a scientist he was, what kind of papers he produced, he wrote, and he gave theory of relativity to the world E is equal to mc square, which is quite famous one. And at the same time, today we would be reading more about his achievements as a scientist, right? But side by side, as every coin has two sides, this scientist got married, he had two sons, and we will be reading more about his personal lives, right? Yesterday we read about how he met Mileva Marek and how he fell in love with this girl, and now we will be reading about his marriage and everything, personal life as well as his professional achievements. So before starting or before sharing the screen, let kindly have a look at the board, Vita. Fine. I'll try that to show you so that there is no reflection of the light. Fine. So point by point, I'm going to explain it to you. Kindly take notes of all the value points on daily basis in your assignment notebook only, so that it can help you during the exams, right? So first point at page 49 onwards, I'm going to. These points are not from the beginning, that we have already done yesterday. So Albert Einstein got married with Mileva Marek in January 1903. So I have written the facts. But whenever we do any kind of biography, it's about the life of some other person. Autobiography is when a person writes about his own life. That is called autobiography. Fine. And biography is when somebody else has written about that famous persona, that person. Clear? So that is called biography. So in this biography, Albert Einstein's facts are given to us, in which year he got married. Fine. And you need to remember all the facts when it comes to any biography. Okay. So Albert Einstein got married with Mileva Marek in January 1903. He had two sons, but unfortunately, his marriage did not work. You know, the famous people, if they are famous, they have to give a lot of time, a lot of efforts they need to put in their professional lives also, at the sake of, at the cost of their personal relations sometimes. Fine, they do not have much time for the family, and that there are n number of reasons behind it. If a marriage doesn't work, it's not always that a person is successful in profession, and it does not mean that he will be a failure in personal life. One should know how to manage both the sides. Fine. One should understand that personal life is equally important as well as professional life is equally important. So many reasons were there. His marriage didn't work and he divorced, and he got divorced in 1919. Fine. And theory of relativity is equal to mc square, which we discussed yesterday only, got published in 1915. Fine. And then he received the Nobel Prize for Physics in 1921. As we already know, he was a genius. He was a lover of physics and maths, and he just pursued these two subjects only. So he received Nobel Prize, which is a very prestigious award for physics in 1921. So he emigrated to USA in 1933. What happened? You might have read in social sciences that Nazis invasion. Have you read about it? Just send me thumbs up if you have read Nazis invasion. You know, when one country invades into the other country, when one country overpowers the... Okay, you have read it in history. Very good. So if you have read, Aryan is saying they have read in the history. So Nazis invasion, it occurred in 1933. So what happened? He immigrated to USA for this reason. Fine. So then there were very difficult times going on. Atomic energies could be used by Nazis and so on. So difficult times were going on. He was not only a person who's just involved into scientific inventions only. He was an aware citizen also. He was an aware human being for the sake of other people. But you have noted down all the points so that I can keep the board aside. Fine. I can speak if any point you have missed, okay? Then he wrote Letter to American President, if you can't, this point is visible. Wrote letter to American President Roosevelt D on 2nd August 1939. Name of the president is written in your book. Only we will be reading it in detail. On 2nd August 1939. So he wrote a letter. What was the content of that letter that I want to discuss in now? We would be reading. When why that letter is important, we would be knowing, fine. And finally, he died at the age of 76 in the year 1955. Okay. All these facts are there in your book, fine. But we need to, keep all the important things with us at one place. Still, students are joining. Beta, just please kindly join well in time. Magan, you also joined late today. Fine, 2, 3 more students came late. So please, you need to come well in time. Clear? So, beta, are you able to see the screen? I think so. From this paragraph onwards, we will be reading today. 10th paragraph. While Einstein was solving, fine. Yesterday I appreciated that all the students are present, and see today 4 are there. 5 are there, I guess, those who haven't joined yet. You just convey to them that they should be regular. I would be also conveying. You need to encourage your friends, those who do not join on regular basis. This is the true friendship. I always say encourage them to join on daily basis. Clear, beta? We have discussed the point. Those who have joined now, beta, I won't be showing the board again and again. Fine. So we have discussed the points. You can ask your friends now. Let's continue the reading from page 49 onwards. While Einstein was solving the most difficult problems in physics, his private life was unraveling. Unraveling is starting to fall, or starting to fail. Fine. So Albert had wanted to marry Mileva right after finishing his studies, but his mother was against it. She thought Mileva, who was 3 years older than her son, was too old for him. She was also bothered by Mileva's intelligence. She is a book like you, his mother said. Einstein put the wedding off. So let's get a entry into the personal life, what happened when he met Mileva Merrick. So though the marriage didn't work later on, but when he was about to, marry Mileva Merrick, he found this girl in the Switzerland. You remember when he was uh, went there for his graduation and for higher studies. So then he met Mileva Merrick over there, and then those who were not having same bent of mind, but even then he fall for her, and he wanted to marry this girl right after finishing his studies. But his mother, Einstein's mother, parents, whatever they think for us is, I'm not saying always right, but yes, they just think better for you always. So mother, she had one idea in mind that if two people are exactly same, they cannot stay for longer period together. According to mother's, you can say, viewpoint, she thought that she's just like you, the way you keep on reading the books, a genius, the way she keeps on reading the books, you both people are just like books only, fine. And bookworms, you can say, and she's a book like you, mean she has great knowledge, and it is very difficult for two people who are having vast knowledge to stay together, because there can be chances. I'm not saying always it will be the case, but there can be chances of having superiority complex in both of them, or one can say I'm right, the other will say I'm right. So mother was saying that she is also intelligent girl, you are also intelligent, she's a book like you, and I don't think so I don't agree to this wedding. So but rather than saying or calling quits, what he did, he just put that wedding off at that time on mother's insistence. So the pair finally married in January 1903. Clear? And they had 2 sons, but a few years later the marriage faltered. Faltered means it became weak. There were some negative points, weak points. Mileva, meanwhile, was losing her intellectual ambition and becoming an unhappy housewife. Very important point for girls. What happens after marriage? Most of the women, this is very important topic, that's why I'm discussing here. Most of the women, what they do after getting married, they have kids. Most of the women, they are pressurized sometimes that they're not supposed to continue with the work because who will take care of the kids? Or many a times they themselves also think that they cannot manage the kids and the work all together. So even ladies, they themselves leave the work. One should not leave the work even after getting kids, because kids will be there, they will be raised. But in this case, Mileva was also intelligent, successful woman. But after getting married, she thought that my purpose is lost. She was not able to, she was not able to get that satisfaction. So she was also bothered, sorry, she was losing her intellectual ambition. What is intellectual ambition? She was in, you can say, she was very intelligent girl, and she lost her professional life, and now she was just becoming a housewife, which she never wanted to be, right? And becoming an unhappy housewife, I must say. After years of constant fighting, the couple finally divorced in 1990. Einstein married his cousin Elsa the same year. Now, we don't know about the Elsa, but there is in class plus one, again, we have chapter about Einstein's school education. So there we read, in this chapter, they have not mentioned about Elsa much. They have not even mentioned about the school education, what kind of student Einstein was. But Einstein was a student who loved maths and science. Even when he was in junior classes, he would read the books of senior classes. So interest he was having in maths and sciences. But he never liked history, because he thought history is just like cramming facts. And when it comes to cramming, he never bothered about it. He just wanted practical learning. Okay. And his cousin was there to always support him since childhood days, you can say. So he got married with his cousin Elsa. The same year he got divorced in 1919. Fine, 1919. So now we have read so far, these two paragraphs are done. We would be reading, sorry, this paragraph 12, 13, and 14. Fine. Let's continue with this now. And with this, we will be able to complete this page 49 also. Einstein's new personal chapter. Before moving forward, I would like to ask some questions whether you are paying attention or not. Okay, let me ask the way we were doing yesterday. Let me just stop sharing and let me go into the gallery view where I can see. Okay, my question is, uh, why was Einstein's mother against his marriage with Mileva Maric? Who will answer it? I want maximum hands to be raised, beta. Only one child is asking to answer, as always. Titiksha, today I want someone else. Why was Einstein's mother against his marriage with Mileva Maric? We have just read about it. I'm just asking a question from the content which we have just finished. Books are with you. Even you can read and tell, just like a comprehension. Even I would appreciate. Okay, one more hand. Harmeet, you can speak, beta.
Albert's mother did not like Albert to marry with Mileva Maric. She held the view that the girl was 3 years older than her son, Albert, so he was very old for him. Secondly, his mother was troubled to due her intelligence. His mother said she is a book like Albert, so Einstein wedded off the marriage in the beginning.
Very good. Fine. So now many hands are raised, but just I gave chance to the ones who are giving it faster. just to save the time, beta. Okay. One more question I can ask you here. Let me ask you from the. What do you think? Why the marriage of Albert Einstein with Mileva faltered? Why it became weak? Very easy again, you know. I'm giving the question from the content we have read. Okay, Aryan, you can speak with that.
Ma'am, Mileva was losing her intellectual ambition and becoming an unhappy housewife. That's why there were constant fight in between them.
Very good, Aryan. You can mute yourself.
So
You can mute yourself. Okay, fine, better. So I got the answers. My students are quite aware. Well done to all those who are participating and those who are not even better try to participate. Okay. So age was the factor for mother, and second reason was that she's a book, just like Albert Einstein, quite knowledgeable. So that can lead to some tussle later on. So that was the preconceived notion of the mother, but which later proved to be true also. See, whatever mother perceived, age was a not factor, but yes, both were intellectuals and she lost her intellectual ambition. That's why she became quite unhappy in her life. So Shabad Preet, you have joined now. I'm giving you last warning on daily basis. You join when we are about to finish or when 10 minutes are left. Otherwise, I won't be allowing you, any one of you, to join in between. Okay, I'll just make sure that you get up well in time. Yes, beta, we are having 8 minutes we are having. Let's continue. Einstein's new personal chapter coincided with his rise to world fame. In 1915, he had published his general theory of relativity, which provided a new interpretation of gravity. An eclipse of the sun in 1919 brought proof that it was accurate. So whatever theory of relativity he had given in 1915, he just published one paper. He became very famous after it. Though his marriage was having a low point, but he was just having rising point in his career at that time. Career was at peak. So in 1919, one more eclipse, you know that eclipses of sun and moon, they keep on coming. An eclipse of the sun in 1919 came, and there was a proof. He was just publishing more and more papers later on. So it was proved that he gave a new interpretation of theory of gravity, and it was true. Einstein had correctly calculated in advance the extent to which the light from fixed stars would be deflected through the sun's gravitational field. So he was able to give the accurate measurements of his theories. The newspapers proclaimed his work a scientific revolution. So what he announced years ago was proving to be true, and that's why he was winning accolades in the society. He was winning name and fame in the society. Einstein received the Nobel Prize, underline this, for physics in 1921. I have also written this major point of his major achievement of his life. He was showered with honors and invitations from all over the world and lauded by the press. So he became quite famous. People from, you can say, various newspapers, magazines were coming to cover his interview. And he was showered with honors from many universities from all over the world. He was being invited over there. So he was having good time. Paragraph 14. When the Nazis came, now we have read about his achievements. So this another feather to his cap now. But the Nazis' invention, which you have already read in history, beta. When the Nazis came to power in Germany in 1933, Einstein emigrated to the United States. So when one country invades the other, there are a lot of chaos, a lot of problems. Natives of the same country are not allowed many rights. So he decided to move to United States. 5 years later, the discovery of nuclear fission in Berlin had American physicists in an uproar. Many of them had fled from fascism just as Einstein had, and now they were afraid the Nazis could build and use an atomic bomb. Now the problem was like, just like Einstein, many other great scientists were also there. All were worried that Nazis are in power now. They are reigning the country, and they can use atomic bombs at any time, which can be very harmful for the future generations. Use of atomic bomb is quite dangerous, that even generations of the people get affected with this. You might have heard about the case of this Hiroshima and Nagasaki, that still till date, when children are born over there with deformities, with many physical disabilities, the reason being the parents, their grandparents and grandparents, they have suffered the atomic energies. It is a very dangerous weapon, very dangerous weapon. So it enters into the, you can say, boundaries of a country, then it does not leave easily. Okay, so at the urging of a colleague, we would be able to finish reading only, and question answers tomorrow. We don't have period, so next time you will be solving the question answers on your own, beta. Okay, I would be asking you, and then we will continue with our writing skills and grammar. At the urging of a colleague, Einstein wrote a letter to the American president. So his colleague, his co-mate, he encouraged him that you need to write a letter to American President Franklin D. Roosevelt, underline this name, beta, on 2nd August 1939, in which he warned, underline the content of the letter you should know, right? Quite important. A single bomb of this type exploded in a port might very well destroy the whole port together with some of the surrounding territory. His words did not fail to have an effect. The Americans developed the atomic bomb in secret project of their own and dropped it on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945. See, I was talking about this already. So you can see the videos on YouTube's easily available about this destruction of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, that how people got affected. So he just wrote that a single bomb of this type just exploded in a port, the whole port will be destroyed and generations would be destroyed and a lot of chaos will be there. So because he was a notable scientist, he has proved himself. So his letter took caught notice of President Roosevelt D, and Americans started developing their own bombs secretly, and they just dropped it on Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki in August 1945. Underline this. Now, Einstein was deeply shaken by the extent of the destruction. He was deeply affected. This time he wrote a public missive. Missive is a letter which is quite official. Earlier he wrote a letter which was short. Fine, the content was short. Now he wrote a missive. Missive is a long letter, official letter, legal way used to write a letter. So this time he wrote a public missive to the United Nations. In it, he proposed the formation of a world government. Unlike the letter to Roosevelt, this one made no impact. But over the next decade, Einstein got ever more involved in politics. What happened? When he wrote the first letter to Roosevelt, it got noticed. But when he wrote, you can say, missive, a letter, official letter, it took no notice of the people. But what happened? The after effects, he was very affected with this fact of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. So he joined politics. He was involved into politics, agitating for an end to the arms buildup and using his populatory to campaign for peace and democracy. Why he wanted to join, or he was digging into the politics? Because he wanted peace. He was not, after the name and fame. He was already a famous scientist. He could have written more theories and he could have achieved more success, but no, he was a responsible citizen. I already told you. He wanted peace for the people, prosperity for the people. So that's why he wanted that world should come together. In such case, there should be one proper team, and a democratic environment should be there. Everyone should have a right to say. When Einstein died in 1955 at the age of 76, he was celebrated as a visionary and world citizen as much as a scientific genius. Underline this. Why he was celebrated? You know, death of even famous personalities are celebrated because they took birth with a purpose on this earth. They fulfilled their purpose and then they leave. So this is a time to celebrate. The death is also a celebration because they have given a lot to the society. So why a visionary? Who's a visionary? What are the people who already have visions that they can foresee the future? He has given a lot of theories which proved to be right later on. So that's why he's called visionary here. Clear? And he was a world citizen. He was not a citizen of one place. He was not thinking about his people only. He was thinking about the world at large. He wanted everyone to have one's views. He wanted the world citizenship. He wanted people around the world to be aware. Fine. And then a scientific genius he has proved obviously himself. So we have read so far. We are not left with time. Okay, Arnav is asking the meaning of lauded and showered. Okay, beta, I would be explaining. If you have missed anything, Lord to Lord means beta to praise. Okay, Arnav, I just read your message because I wanted to read at the last only. Fine, lauded means to praise. Okay, and what was the next? Let me see. Showered. Showering means the way, you know, mothers shower their love towards the children, right? It's like giving only. Showering means. Both the meanings are clear to you, okay? So any doubt to anyone, you can ask me right now. We're not left with much time. Only 1 minute is left and we are about to finish. Not even 1 minute time is over. So you need to join your other period. So I would be ending the meet here, okay? So next week we will be meeting on Monday, first period. Please join well in time and you just revise this chapter, read this chapter. And I would be announcing the test also. Next week you are having your test on assigned test day. I will be putting the information, detailed information in the WhatsApp group. So be in touch with it, okay? Have a good day, beta.